So in yesterday's video, I made it very clear that the only way that the SPY was going to go bearish heading into this week is if we crack under 548 with a bearish 30-minute confirmation. In terms of the game plan, it was very clear to buy call options if the SPY is maintaining above 549, that's a bullish signal. If the SPY is gapping up above 549 to 550, that's a bullish signal. If the SPY breaks above 550, that's a bullish signal to be buying call options once it drops back down to where the bears get trapped, to where the previous resistance was, to be buying call options. So for those of you who use this trading strategy, you should have been buying call options at the exact lows today just by using the pre-market chart. You should have said, okay, the SPY had a gap up. It's attempting to have a gap and go. The SPY ended up breaking out above 550. The SPY created a new resistance level at 551, but it's bottoming at 549. Then it had a very strong breakout above 554 into the market open. So you should have had the mindset of, okay, where did the bears get trapped? This is very bullish. It's having a gap up, support held. It's breaking above 550. We went to 554. Where did the bears get trapped? Well, I gave you the level. It was 550. But as you can see, if you're going to continue to maintain and follow this bullish trend, the new level was right here in the pre-market at 551. This is where the bulls got trapped first. And then once it was confirmed bullish in the pre-market, the bears ended up getting trapped. So you should have been buying call options at this 551 level. That was the newly updated level using this unique trading strategy where I make it very clear we identify bullish trend days. And then once the SPY breaks above the resistance level, we look for a massive breakout. And then when it drops back down, we look for the 30-minute confirmations. There was many bullish confirmations on the 30-minute chart. You could have been buying call options on the closing of this 30-minute candle, and then you could have been selling the high of day retest, setting a profit stop, getting stopped out for profits. You could have been buying the dip. This is another green bullish, bottom wick reversal 30-minute confirmation, green bullish 30-minute confirmation, higher support, right? You could have been in on call options multiple times using the trading plan and the unique trading strategy that I taught you in yesterday's video. So for those of you who did implement the trading plan, there is absolutely no excuse to be read if you decided to be self-sufficient, because there was a confirmation to buy calls here and there was a confirmation to buy calls here at our levels with our unique trading strategy. Now, with that being said, inside of Team Roar, I made it very, very clear that literally almost every single morning trade is a win. Take a look, man. This is another win. It is nonstop winning, man. Every single fucking morning here. Take a look at this. 9:35 a.m. Let's buy 555 SPY calls for 50 cents a contract. These calls went to 101 at the speed of fucking light, and G-Roar made it very clear to set profit stops, as you can see, to move your profit stops and to set your profit stops. So anyone who's taken that trade, you should have been stopped out for profits into the 90-cent range. That was a 100% profit potential return. Now, with that being said, the newly updated plan on the SPY is going to be this. I made it very clear, once the SPY breaks above 550 and reacts to support, we're looking at a 5 to 7 point one-sided move to the upside. As you can see, we literally are getting that move at the speed of light. This went above 555. So this is what I want to bring awareness to heading into tomorrow. And this is what you need to understand. The SPY is attempting to have a bullish reversal. It has successfully turned that previous resistance at 550 into a support level, gapping up, maintaining the gap and go, and now it's trying to continue to explode up within time, not right away, to fill the gap at 565. So I went back throughout the daily chart, and this is the overall pattern that I'm seeing on the daily chart, man. And this is going to help set you up to trade heading into tomorrow. So as you can see right here, the SPY ended up gapping down. We're going to be comparing this gap down to this gap down. So the SPY gap down, the SPY gap down. And then, you could see it had a lot of bearish daily candles, You could see it had 3 slanted red bearish daily candles, and then it had 3 slanted red bearish daily candles. And then once it had that first green day on the daily chart, this is what I want to bring awareness to, right? So we're going to be comparing these 3 candles to these 3 candles. You see the similarities, and then it's gapping down, so there's a lot of similarities. And then take a look at this. Once it had that green bullish daily candle, it continued to maintain the uptrend. So this is what I want to bring awareness to. In terms of the next day, it bottomed slightly below the previous closing price. Then it had another strong bullish closing day. So in terms of tomorrow, based off this pattern and based off of this overall bullish reversal that SPY has been having, this is what I'm going to be looking into. I'm going to be looking into this, a 30-minute confirmation slightly under the previous closing price. So the previous closing price is going to be at 554.65 in terms of a level that I want you to be aware of in terms of the bottom floor, 553.70. You need to keep an eye on 553.70 to 554.60. That is going to be your support zone. If you are seeing, if at any point in the time of the day, you are seeing green bullish 30-minute confirmations, trend reversal 30-minute confirmations in between that zone, we're going to be buying call options, man. That is our level. That is our zone. That's the support zone, right? So for history to repeat in a similar cycle, to have that very strong bullish green day in terms of that pattern that I brought awareness to, we need to stay above 553.50. If we can just hold above 553.50, very bullish trend day. So I gave you the support zone on what to look for. Now, in terms of the breakout zone, this is going to be the breakout zone. The breakout zone is going to be 555. 555 is going to be your resistance. It's going to be your breakout zone. If we break above that and we turn that level into a green bullish 30-minute support level, the next overall zone we're going to be trending up to is going to be 558 to 559, man. So that's the overall game plan. I gave you the support zone. I gave you the resistance zone. We're going to be looking for bullish confirmations at the support zone when it drops. We're going to be looking for bullish confirmations at the resistance zone when it breaks out and drops back down. That's one of the ways we do it. Sometimes we just buy into the breakout. I prefer personally to just wait for it to break out, have an overreaction, and then it drops back down. So, in terms of a great theory, it would be if it just broke above 555, had a nice breakout to 558, and then dropped back down to 555, I'd be a buyer at 555 with a confirmation. That's one of the ways we do it, man. But you guys should have been in on call options. But simply by analyzing that, okay, it's gapping up. It formed green bullish 30-minute confirmations. It's having a nice breakout in the pre-market. It's gapping and going. It's having a very strong breakout. And then you could see the bulls got trapped at 551, and it had, a 2-point drop at the speed of light. So once it breaks above that level and forms support, it's going to have a 2-3-point move to the upside at the speed of light. And then if it just drops right back down, if you are seeing those 30-minute confirmations, at that previous resistance, we are buying call options, man. The bears got trapped here, had a very strong breakout, and the key is the overreaction. That's another key to the strategy. If we are breaking above 551 and we go straight to 554 and it just drops straight back down to 551, straight back down to 551, we're buying call options. That's an overreaction where it's going to try to spike and retest the wicks. Remember the wicks? I tell you all the time, if you are seeing these wicks, these top wicks with that strategy, previous resistance to react to support, with the bullish reversals, it's going to try to spike and retest the wicks. Remember all these strategies that I taught you? So that's going to be the game plan, man. We'll use the same strategy tomorrow. We'll look for the support confirmations. We'll look for the break above resistance. Like I said, man, if we break above 555, have a nice break to 557, 558, drops back down to 555, you already know I'm going to use the same exact strategy. Same exact strategy that played out today. So that is the zone. That's what we're going to be looking for. If you use this information and we're getting the right confirmations, there is no excuse to be red. You should be setting profit stops, get stopped out for profits. Now, in terms of the bears, for the bears to gain some control for tomorrow, in terms of making this video, for you in creating self-sufficiency and giving you the trading plans to make money, I'm not too interested in being bearish heading in tomorrow because SPY is attempting to have a bullish reversal. There's a gap to fill above, right? So in terms of, history to not repeat itself and for the bears to really gain some control, they need to crack 553.50. If we crack 553.50 and there's a red bearish 30-minute confirmation when it spikes back to that level, then it's likely going to start to maintain bearish a little bit. And then we're going to drop back down to 551. And then the next level is going to be 549. So in terms of making this video, because again, I'm not just trading what I'm posting in this video. This is just a plan to help you become self-sufficient and to trade at certain levels, right? In terms of this bullish market with a bullish reversal, I'm very interested in buying these dips with these unique trading strategies. Now, if this does flip bearish, like I said, it has to go under this 553.50 has to have a nice drop, spikes back up, red bearish 30-minute confirmation. It's going to start to flip a bearish. History's not going to repeat in a sense if that occurs, right? Next level is going to be 551. Next level under that is going to be 549. So in terms of me speaking on this with the bears, trying to gain control, that's more of a ladder. I'm not too interested in terms of a day before the market opening of trading that overall price ladder. That's just giving you a sense of direction on where price is headed. Now, if this did flip bearish, I'd be very interested in buying call options at the gap for a gap close reversal at 549 to 548 zone. And then you guys are well aware, if you watched the previous video, if we drop under 548, then the next level is going to be 543, right? So basically, in terms of just speaking off this video, if we do flip bearish, what I would recommend is to simply buy call options at 549, right? So these videos are going to point you in the right direction in terms of where price is heading with the proper confirmations. They're going to give you the best overall levels, and they're extremely useful for beginners, and then, just for people who want the best levels as well. So with that being said, like I said, based off of everything I'm seeing and I've traded and experienced, I'm not interested in really playing the puts in terms of just speaking off this video. If we do flip bearish, I would rather be and just simply recommend to buy calls at 549 to 548 if you're getting the bullish 30-minute confirmations. Make sure you go back and watch the previous video as well. So in terms of some stocks on my radar, GME, you can keep GameStop on your radar. I just want to bring some awareness to this one. We recently had a very strong breakout in a short period of time from $24 all the way to $30 a share here, and there is a wick that's waiting to hit on that. So I wanted to bring awareness to GameStop is because it is attempting to have a bullish gap close reversal. So in terms of swing trading, one of the confirmations that I use is the daily chart. You can see right here, GameStop had a gap up, and the gap was at $24.62. Then it had a massive overreaction to the upside, quickly going to $30 a share. So it dropped back down just as fast as it went up. And you already know previous resistance right here at 25, and there's a gap at 24.64. And if you've been studying the trend on GameStop, there's been very lucrative dip buying opportunities, and it has been reversing at every single gap. This is coming from someone who literally got you out at the exact fucking peak. Remember the video I made on GameStop? I said it was going to go to $50 a share. It went to, I think, 60 something in fucking extended hours, and then the high was 48. I got you out at the exact fucking peak, and I'm telling you right now, this is setting up for a good dip buying opportunity for a short-term swing trade. It could take about 2 weeks to play out, but the point being is, man, if you study GameStop, it's been consistently reversing at these gaps, and the overall sentiment has been bullish. So it's more likely to have a bullish reversal when it is oversold at these dip buying opportunities, man. It was just at $30 a share, gapping up from $24.60. It's due for a bounce. It's due for a reversal. And the reason why I think it's coming is because of the daily chart, man. You had a very strong overreaction to the upside, and then you had a very strong overreaction to the downside. When it plays out, when it goes up, just as fast as it goes down, then it goes down, just as fast as it goes up. When it plays out like that, that's a key confirmation for reversals, man. In a couple days, it goes from $24 to $30 a share. Then it drops from 30 back to 24 in a couple days. That's a great confirmation to use that it's likely going to have a reversal. That's what we call an overreaction. It happens in a short period of time. You stack that for a reversal. So another reason is you have a green bullish trend reversal daily candlestick. This is a green bullish daily trend reversal candlestick, and it is forming at previous resistance, and it is forming at the gap, attempting to have a reversal at the gap, attempting to have a reversal at the previous resistance towards this 25 level, where it literally quickly shot up to $25 to $29, $30 a share in just a couple days. So put this on your radar. Keep an eye on 25. If you are seeing it maintaining above support, if you're seeing bullish 30-minute confirmations, you're seeing it maintained above 25, and then what's really going to send it crazy is if it goes to 25.40, break above that, you're going to want to be buying and potentially swing trading call options. You can look for 1 to 2 weeks out. If you want to play it safe, give it some time, go 2 weeks out, and just scale out into the rips, man. So in terms of some good levels to scale out, if you are going to swing trade that, $27 a share, $27 a share, $27.50, $28, just scale out into the rips, set profit stops. If you're looking to day trade it, then look to sell towards $26.50, right? So that's my overall thoughts on GameStop. That's why I think it's going to have a bullish gap close reversal where previous resistance reacts to support. This is literally the same fucking strategy that we literally used on the SPY recently, man. So keep that on your radar. And like I said, it likes to go back to these wicks. You got wicks right here at 26. You got wicks right here at 26.40. You got wicks right here at 29.70. If you want to get familiar with the strategy that we're using on GameStop here, I'll leave a link down below within the description. It will walk you through some of the basics on the gap close reversal trading strategy. Now, our last stock is going to be Crowd. So in terms of CRWD, we are at an oversold gap, man. It's going to be make or break. So the gap is right here at 261, man. It's make or break. The stock is extremely volatile right now. You need to pay attention to this overall zone of 260, 261, man. If we maintain bullish 30-minute confirmation support, we're going to spike right back up to 275. And then that's going to be make or break, man. If we go above 275, then it's going to start to fill the gap at 305. And then we can look for a bearish gap close reversal at 305. So that's going to be your overall levels and zone. Look for a potential bullish gap close reversal. Now, if we do crack below that 260 level, spike back up, turn into resistance with the bearish 30-minute confirmation resistance, right? For that previous support to react as a resistance, then we're going to be looking at a drop to $252 to $248. So if it does maintain bearish, you're looking at a drop to 251, 248, and then this would be a phenomenal level. I would say this is a no-brainer to be buying call options once we drop to 248, man. You got previous resistance right here. You got a gap to fill right here. It's in a very oversold gap. That is going to be a phenomenal best level setup to be targeting those call options at that 247 level, man. Previous resistance, a gap that's waiting to fill below, extremely oversold. And you could see, man, a massive bear trap. Look at that, all the way to 290 at the speed of fucking light. And then it's just consistently kept on rising up, man. So I'm telling you, when we get back down to 247, you should not have a problem making money on call options. And again, this is speaking for day trades. For swing trades, you have to use longer time frames. For the swing trades, you got to use the daily chart, you got to use the weekly chart, you got to use the monthly chart. You can even, those are the overall charts to be using. For the day trades, I like the 30-minute chart. If you want, you can use the 1-hour chart as well. But that 30-minute chart, I found it to be the best foundation to trade at in terms of as day trading, especially when you are combining it with everything it is that I've taught you and everything it is that I've created, right? So in terms of strategies like the gap close reversals, previous resistance to react to support, stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be looking into heading into this week. You should not have a problem making money at these levels. Now, with that being said, make sure you guys are being self-sufficient. Make sure you guys are using the proper confirmations. If you do want to trade with us inside of my secured private organization, it is going to be the first link down below within the description, where you do get real-time trading access to us and to our trading alerts. So with that being said, I'm going to be signing off, and I'm going to be heading back to our secured private organization. If you want to join us, it's the first link down below within the description. You can start trading with us tomorrow.